The loneliness of being truly understood. We spend so much of our lives orbiting around the same quiet hunger to be understood, not just recognized or acknowledged, but seen in a way that makes all the scattered pieces of who we are feel gathered and whole. It's why we tell stories about our past, why we carefully choose the moments we share online, why we fall in love with songs that feel like they're speaking directly to us, because they make us believe someone, somewhere gets it. We imagine that if we could find a person who understands us completely, life would somehow become lighter. Our words wouldn't get tangled in translation. We wouldn't have to keep proving who we are. It would be like stepping into a room where the air is exactly the right temperature, no adjustments needed, no defenses raised. But here's the truth no one prepares you for. Being completely understood can be one of the loneliest experiences in the world. Because when someone truly understands you, they don't just see the parts you're proud of. They see the shadows you've carefully kept in the background, the quiet flaws you still negotiate with, the contradictions you've learned to hide behind charm or silence. They notice the ways you bend your words to avoid certain truths, the little pauses before you admit something you wish weren't true. And in that moment, you're exposed in a way that can't be undone. You can't hide behind mystery or misinterpretation or the comfortable barrier of, they just don't get me. You are mapped, edge to edge, every fault line visible. It's disorienting, because so much of our identity is built on the gaps between how we see ourselves and how others see us. We survive partly by managing those gaps, showing enough to be accepted, hiding enough to feel safe. But when someone closes that gap completely, when they see the entire landscape of you, you can no longer retreat into the comfort of partial invisibility. If they accept you, it's a kind of grace, an unspoken promise that your whole self, both light and shadow, is allowed to exist here. But if they don't, the wound is unlike any other, because they're not rejecting a version of you. They're rejecting all of you. And in that moment, it can feel like you've been turned inside out in public. We rarely talk about this because it's rare. Most of us are never fully understood, not by friends, not by family, sometimes not even by lovers. The human experience is mostly one of partial recognition, and maybe deep down we prefer it that way, because as much as we long for someone to know us entirely, there's a strange safety in being a little bit unknowable. To be misunderstood means you can still edit yourself, still keep certain truths folded away. It means you can still dream of the day you'll finally meet the person who will get you completely. But to be understood, that's the end of the dream. It's the reality, raw and unsanitized. And here's the paradox. We fear being misunderstood because it makes us feel alone. We fear being understood because it makes us feel vulnerable. So maybe the real challenge isn't finding someone who sees all of us. It's learning how to stand there, fully seen and not flinch.